Okay. I forgot to go live. Shit. Hi, fucking man. Not like this. Oh. Oh, I said this debut was gonna be bad. This is actually kinda bad. Alright. Let's I guess actually debut. I don't know. I was blathering on for like 10 minutes like a dummy, only to find out I didn't hit the button. Like a dummy. Oh, dear God. Anyway, on to the next. I ran out of expressions. Okay. Well, quick tour of my room for anyone else who's coming here. There's the big screen TV, a shelf full of games, a computer and 2 monitors, and a sofa bed. A nice, comfy, cozy little place. Where most of the time this is where we'll hang out. But sometimes you might catch me at the diner. Somewhat early, depending on the schedule, of course. Anywho, on to the next thing. Well, a little bit about me. My birthday's on July 22nd. My age is 33. I did say I was a middle-aged boomer, but, well, it's already getting proven by how out of touch I am with streaming. Oh, man. Not like this. Oh, dear. My height is roughly 5.7 foot. I'm definitely a human, a flesh and blood human, nothing special. No extraordinary ghost powers, or I don't know what else you'd imagine these days. I mean, I have experience in mercenary work, but that's not a special power. Any nutbag can go be a merc for hire to do a bunch of wet works and such. And my languages are English mostly and sometimes Vietnamese. Yes, I'm definitely human. Why are you giving me the stare? Come on. I mean, what else could I be? A demon? Like, please. I don't even have horns. Well. Anyway. As for the backstory, I'm an ex-merc involved in a shit ton of dumb battles, and me and the boys went around flying a bunch of missions, doing a couple ground missions, whether it was transporting shit or assaulting a fortress. There were a few sniping missions. Although, I'm not the one that was good at sniping. I had this other friend that was really, really good at it. Oh, man. Me, I was the machine gunner, the frickin' spray and pray guy who lit them up while everyone else used my distractions to fucking end the job, as they would say. But those days were long ago. The last thing I remember about those days was that it was me and another plane, and we couldn't outmaneuver each other, so we charged at each other, tried to fire a shit ton of missiles, and we both blew up. And I don't know if he survived. I know I hit the eject button. Man. The thrill of aerial jousting. I don't know how to tell or what to say about it. It's just that weird sensation. You play that dangerous game of chicken. Maybe I'm still missing those days deep down. Anywho, that's enough of my war stories. On to the next bit. My likes. Well, gaming. Well, period. Ever since I was a wee lad. First game I played was in an arcade. It looked pretty cool. Because, oh man. I saw the zombies getting blown up by, like, this one guy who was pointing a plastic gun at the screen and just shooting at them. And then I remembered really, really bad voice acting that I revisit several times for kicks. I don't know why. There's just something about that 90s voice acting. It's like, how did the one gargoyle line go? Oh yeah, right. Suffer like G did. Oh. And the Emperor. No, wait, not the Emperor. Goldman with his. We must protect the life cycle. But that's enough about bad voice acting. I've played a bunch of PS2 games, but that's another section. Along with some Xbox 360s, Steam. I played an MMO for 10 years. It was addicting, but it certainly wasn't the healthiest thing ever. I don't think we ever found out what the G stood for. I mean, shit, not even Overkill told us what the G stood for. It's probably gangster. I mean, shit, what else could it be? But overall, gaming holds a special place in my heart. It's the one thing I think, even if I were like 90 or somehow 2,000 years old, I'd probably just find a way to play some more games. If it's still going at that point. Now, with that aside, I might like brainless games, but I love a game that has some thought to it. Some darker things, like, say, GTA 4, and, how, man, you'd think for a crime game it'd celebrate crime, but nah, that game just makes you straight up depressed about it. Holy shit. I don't normally compliment a game for making me depressed, but holy hell. Man. That game was some kind of a masterpiece. And there's some other games like Tales of the Abyss and The Question of Self. There's Trails and, well, or at least for the first three Trails in the Sky game. That whole overarching theme of forgiveness and what have you. I won't say any more. I might be entering spoilers, and, well, I don't care about them, but other people might. And I don't want to upset them too much. Next on the list, man, if I had a favorite genre of movies, it's definitely the heroic bloodshed, or I guess maybe just bloodshed, period. Cause let's see. The Raid. Oh, okay. The Raid 2. Holy shit. If you've not seen the Raid movies, they are some of the most excellent fucking hand-to-hand combat movies I've ever had the pleasure of witnessing. It's so brutal, but it's still kind of a style to it. Like just watching the main pro tag fucking fight a gang of machete guys and somehow winning against like 7 of them. But you could feel the mortality because those guys give the pro tag a real fucking time. Like, damn, one wrong move, guy could have died, and you could feel it too. Shit. And the second movie, holy fuck. Like, there's a bit where it's like just a normal crime drama, but then you get to this crazy fighting sequence later on where this guy just straight up does a raid on his own. Like, shit. And hand to hand too. You'd think those kind of raids would be like guns, but nah, this guy just fucking just goes in there and beats shit out of everyone. Ah. Well, other than hand to hands, I like films like the John Woo movies. A Better Tomorrow 1, for example. There was a lot of drama in that one, but the gun scenes, shit, they were so good for their time. I mean, nowadays there's like better gun katas and crazier gun movements, and I guess if we want to go nuts, we can just go watch Dante or Bayonetta fire their freaking arms. Like, damn. How do you even fire with your foot? Like, just... Ah, jeez, you'd think it'd be some General Grievous shit. Well, okay, I guess it's magic, but still. Let's see. Other than the action-packed heroic bloodsheds, I like noirs. Stuff like, okay, LA Noire is like an actual, game. So that doesn't quite count, but Chinatown. I know me and some pals watched it, and it was okay to them, but for me it wasn't too bad, honestly. Especially that fucking ending where... Ooh, right, can't really spoil that one. You guys should go watch it yourself. Give the classics a few tries. Ah, and on to my favorite beverage, fucking coffee. I love coffee. I don't know why. At first it was for staying awake, but then somewhere down that line, I just love the taste of it. Oh, man. And my favorite brand of coffee is the Vietnamese kind. That shit packs a punch. Oh man, drink it straight up and you'll just stay awake for so long. Dang. And if you couple it with adrenaline, woo-wee. Mmm. Okay, I meant the endorphin adrenaline, not the fucking drug. Don't spike your coffee with shit, guys. It's not gonna end well, trust me. I fucking mixed Red Bull and tea at one point into the coffee. Ooh boy. that that was not a good time. um and on that weird note, I love odd trivia. Whether it's like the most disgusting foods in the world, like what's one I can name on the top of my head? Oh, right. There was this one where it's in Greenland, and I don't know what it is with Greenland and strange foods. But there's this one involving birds, you see. But not just any birds. No. They stuff like a bunch of dead birds inside of a carcass. and they leave it to rot. And then they get the birds out later for consumption. And I'm just like, what the fuck? How's that even safe? Shit. Oh, man. I mean, I thought rotted corn being a delicacy was just weird enough. Nah, Greenland's just something else. Man, they even eat rotted sharks. And I thought maggot cheese was just strange enough as it is. Oh. Well, okay, other than bizarre foods, I know a bit about true murders. Maybe, like, not to the extent of, say, people like Disturban or Fearsona, but I know a decent amount. Like, I can name, like, two, Asian true crime cases off the top of my head, but that's gonna be for another time. And the last thing. I love my savory foods. Fucking steaks, fucking fried chickens, a nice cooked fish. Man. As long as it's got that savory, good richness, I'll probably eat it. Most of the time. As far as my dislikes, I don't think I have too many of them. But, to name a few. I don't like eating sweets too much. I used to be big on consuming, like, a shit ton of chocolates, candies, and what have you, but, after a while, it was doing some funky shit to me, so I had to stop. Oh, there's, on that subject, I can't seem to eat whole eggs. If you give me a frittata or an omelet, it just causes a mouth rash that, does not go away for like a day or so. God damn, it frickin' blows. And as for things that I don't like actually tasting, I never could get into the taste of alcohol. Like the one time I tried to drink a beer when I was younger, it tasted like gutter oil, and I ended up cold on the floor due to my lack of tolerance. I woke up like 3 hours later, and my relatives were like, you okay there, buddy? uh, guess not. And the last thing, it's more of an anime thing, but I I just got sick of harems and fan service. It's like moderately sure when you base the whole anime off of it. I'm fucking out of here. Give me something with actual substance. And with that said, here's where I really go, I guess, nerd out? Is that the term they use these days? I don't really know. But, well, as said, one of my hobbies is gaming. No, I don't want to be in a fucking harem. Do I look like harem material? No. Let's not go there. Anyways, my hobbies are messing around with various programs. I can do InDesign, I can do Premiere, I do a little bit of Photoshop, Illustrator, and way back when, I fucked around with like a really old model of Sony Vegas just to make a couple of videos. It was alright. Let's see. Right. I dabbled, well, I mean, I own a frickin' diner, so cooking is a given. But I like to do experiments time to time. It used to be some rather honestly kind of disgusting ones. Oh man. Like there was this time where I tried to make like a slushy. I used like root beer, Sunkiss, ice, and like some kind of sorbet. Did not end up too well. And the texture was like way off. uh, and then there was this other time where I hate alcohol and I couldn't find a substitute. So I tried deep frying fish in root beer. Oh, whatever you guys do, don't try that. Don't fucking do it. Ah, man, what a fucked up adventure that one was. And lastly, well, I never thought I'd like songwriting, but it's probably for all the wrong reasons, since I like trying to make a strange parody of it. I'm a little too inspired by John LaJoy and his style of freaking style of rapping, where it's like it's kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, it's pretty catchy. Like, damn, I could probably rap verses of Everyday Normal Guy and Everyday Normal Guy too, and especially Pop Song. Oh man, fucking Pop Song was the shit. Man, freaking Pop Song. That's still like one of my favorites from that time of YouTube, where you were free to make crazy or, well, maybe not crazy, but stranger statements like what John LaJoy did with his various music. There was Avenue Q and their adult version of Sesame Street. I still remember some of those songs. Like, I'm sure everyone's probably heard of The Internet is for Porn. The Internet is for Porn. I'm not gonna go any further. Other than parody musics, I'm more into video game tracks these days. Some Ace Combat, Falcom, some Sonic. Uh, Mostly a lot of stuff with that kind of smooth, snazzy, jazzy theme. But there are some rock tracks and what have you, too. And a lot of the time, I think most of my playlist for work is like battle themes. Hmm. I'm just thinking on the music I listen to. It's been a strange trip lately. I've gone from video game music to somehow learning how to kind of rap a song in Portuguese. Let's see. Then there was a Korean song I ended up liking about heartbreaks. Man, these song choices are not normal. And then I rounded back to John LaJoy parodies. But that's enough about my boomer music tastes. Here's the thing for weebs. Well, I say that, but I am one myself. But kind of an older one, since, let's see. My favorite animes are, if I could name only three, it'd be Full Metal Alchemist, both the 2003 and Brotherhood, although Brotherhood was honestly better. The 2003's ending was just just kind of a what the fuck even. Like, wow. That was something. And let's see. Another one I liked, although the manga's a lot better, was Bartender. Man, that manga was so good. I actually did want to try to be a bartender at some point, but I didn't go for it. Lastly, for the animes, Psycho Pass. Season 1 especially. That shit was good. And, one of the episodes. Ah, jeez. It was like 2011, way before VTubing. And it's like, it involved like, damn, the memories are kind of fuzzy. Let me think for a sec. Okay, there we go. It involved virtual avatars and a murder mystery where the person behind the avatar died, but the avatar still somehow went on. And that whole idea of virtual interactions and live streams and shit in that episode. What a fucking prophecy. Man, just look at us now. You got all these VTubers entertaining mass, like, damn near stadiums of audiences. Stuff we couldn't even imagine back then. Yet they imagined it in an anime somehow. Ah, man. What a life we live in. Although speaking on the psychologicals, as far as psychological things go, there are two that stand out for me. This manhwa called Dr. Frost, which follows a... You could honestly mistake that guy for a sociopath. But he gradually learns human emotions, which is an interesting concept. A guy devoid of emotions, counseling people with various mental problems. And the mental problems in that manhwa are very well documented. I'd say if I had to recommend anything, give that one a shot. As for the second favorite in the psychological category for me, Monster. Man, that one. Jeez. At first I thought it was a boring build-up, but then I just kept watching. From 1 episode turned to 5, then I just kind of binge-watched it, and before I knew it, I was like 30 episodes deep and I just couldn't stop. It's so good. Like, you get that whole banter and philosophy about good and evil, sure, but you get to see a guy who's, like, actually good, trying to push himself into this darker path, while all the people around him are trying to stop him, with the guy he saved freaking tempting him to keep going and correct his mistakes. And that's all I'm gonna say there before I go on any further. And I guess I've been saying I guess a lot. So 2 more. Gungrave, well, okay, the first half of Gungrave was why couldn't they design a whole anime like this? I like that gangster story. Okay, as bad as that just sounded, the story between Brandon and freaking Harry was so good until that climactic episode. And then it just went into this weird supernatural stuff, and it's like, I know some people like it, but I didn't. Although on that subject, for the last supernatural thing I liked, Irma is a pretty interesting webcomic. Was it a webcomic? My memories are scattered. I guess that's the effect of debuting. But I've offhanded mentioned a few times the idea of a cute Sadako, even though she's supposed to be a scary ghost girl. But Irma takes that a lot further, since the protag of that whole series is essentially mini Sadako. And her adventures in trying to blend in with normal life, getting normal friends, but being up to no good supernatural hijinks anyways. It's a nice light-hearted romp. They do get serious later on, and ever since that one, I really should pick it up again. But I fondly remember that webcomic series. Now, on to the last thing. As far as my gaming goes, if I tried to list them all, it'll look like a freaking resume that I'm trying to submit. It'll be like, I played X, X, and X for this amount of time, and you get this long string of, like, I don't know, 20-something games, and it's like, wow, you've gamed way too much. But anyway, some of the games include the Tales series, Ace Combat, the Max Payne games, all of the Mega Man X games, all of the Mega Man Zero games. There were a few others, like the XCOM 1 and 2 remakes, some FPSs then and there, a couple Xbox 360 titles, a shit ton of PS2 classics like Jack and Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank. Oh, I remember thinking I've never played a fighting game up until, like, Mortal Kombat 9, but no. I have played a fighting game before. It was the Naruto fighting game on PS2. Oh, man. I played 2 of those, actually. Even though most of the combat was me just trying to hit the X dash twice so I could do circle, 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 circle. Oh, man. Those combos were way too easy. Whew. It's been a while since I've talked about my interests and likes to this length. Normally, I just keep it under wraps and just go about my day, but I guess for some reason tonight, I feel compelled to try for that one. Or try a little harder than I normally do with most people. So, yeah. Anywho. As for my goals with VTubing, well, I wouldn't mind doing collabs. It's a big world. Might as well try to meet some people. See some new ideas, or play a few games that are not my usual forte. And on that note, I wouldn't mind doing a roundtable discussion on games, life, or I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about Ouija boards and demonic possessions for an hour. I mean, fuck, I'll be down for that too. Let's see. This year, on stream at least, I want to try to beat at least 10, maybe 15 games. I don't know if the number's too high or too low. It's just what my head came up with while failing to sleep for the last couple of days, being ridiculously nervous. And on that note for the games, though, I really should play less dark games. It's just been some depression fests one after the other. It's like, what did I do? I went from Tales of the Abyss into GTA 4, and that was a wonderful idea. And beforehand, I was playing Elden Ring. Oh, no, I got the orders mixed up. Sorry. The sleep's eating away at my brain. I played Elden Ring, which was kind of a mix of a lot of emotions. Mostly the rage and frustration kind. But, there were hints of sads then and there. Straight into GTA 4, which was just... That game had me thinking, but that game also had me kind of sad at the end of it all. Damn. And weirdly enough, I kind of want to play it again. Maybe we'll get to it again someday. But not today though. I really do want to try and play a few more lighthearted games. Let's see. Well, the fifth goal's a bit embarrassing, but I know it's a big thing in VTubing, and honestly, there's a release you can only really feel by singing. Or so I've found out, even though my singing sounds like chicken shit. If you want proof, check out my bastard parody of a self-introduction. Oh man. As on that note, though, if you think you can't sing great, check that video out. You'll probably feel better in no time. And I guess a more personal one. I want to see if I can go on for 6 months, then a year. Now, I didn't, well, it's more of a promise to me, but still, I do want to take my artist creation as far as I can, really. Well, as far as a PNG GIF could go. It'd be a waste if I just bought something and just dumped it after a week. So, I'm here for the long haul, however that is. As for the streaming plans, it is mostly gaming, but maybe I'll sprinkle in some watch-alongs. Who knows? Maybe we can watch some Area 88 or Top Gun or Heat or some kind of a movie. We'll see. Eventually, chat streams. For now, I don't know if I'm up to it. I don't even know if people would want to just watch me babble on for 2 hours about some random doohickey of a subject, but maybe someday before this year ends. Some co-op games with buddies or collabs. Mostly the co-op ones. I really do prefer just working together with people than trying to kill them, you know. Someday there will be a karaoke stream. It'll probably be me singing as bad as the guy from American Idol who... how did that one song goes? I know I remember this one. It was like, she bangs, she bangs. And it was on repeat for a while. What a trip. It's probably on par with that. And, for the games I do manage to beat, whether it's off-screen or on-screen, maybe a few video essays containing my odd thoughts on them. Always did wanted to do those. I've seen so many people do excellent video essays. And it's kind of inspired me to at least try a few of my own, even though the comparisons will be just maybe a bit odd, like trying to compare GTA 4 to Yakuza or Something like that. Or maybe Trails to Tales of the Abyss. As good as Trails is, I think Abyss gives it a fair shake as far as stories go. And on that note, now I've mentioned my artist a lot, so let's talk a bit more. My artist is a wonderful person named Kuupi, and you'd think for someone like her, you'd think they wouldn't be into drawing cool and, I don't know, sort of edgy, but shit, I don't know how she pulls it off. It's like fucking magic. Like, I'm using like a lot. Damn it all. Now I'm just stuttering. How do I put it? The toothpick idea for my GIF, that wasn't even me. No, that was her. The whole idea of it moving was her. And it added quite a bit of depth. And, despite the various changes I've asked for, she always responded in time and got the job done. Now, other than me, she has a couple of other artworks on her page that I'll link in the description. Some of it is a bit, how do I put it? Spicy. Especially on that Etsy page. My oh my. Like, damn. I don't even have words for this. Oh, or if I did have words, I'll probably sound like the creepy old man in hentai, so. All I can say is, Coop's flexible. Real flexible. I could see her going places. And I'll always be grateful that she gave my idea, well, a form to work with. I mulled over on trying quote unquote VTubing for a year, but I never could get around to it. At first it was the monetary cause. Then it was just my mind saying, oh, this is a stupid idea. No one would possibly draw this shit. Fuck. But I liked her art style, so I decided to give it a shot. And, well, I think she's the first artist I've commissioned that didn't gyp me of, cash. So, thanks. If you see this later in the, day. Hopefully you're, not too bored out of the skull by my random ramblings. Anywho, on to my tags. The live tag for when I start the streams will be the Kaku hours. Memes will be what me and friends came up with called Kakuisms. Oh man. I don't know how we came up with that one, but it's stuck. So might as well. And fan art will be hashtag #KakuArt. And my scheduling for now is tentative, but I plan on streaming Sundays, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursday at around 8 p.m. PST / 11 p.m. East. And that's all I have on this dossier. Didn't have too much, but I ended up talking more than I thought I ever would. Shit. I told myself, oh, this stream's gonna end in 20 minutes. 10 minutes tops. No, I just went on babbling like grandpa in retirement. Damn. But all good things must come to an end. And this debut is reaching its crescendo, so I'll catch you guys in about, I'll say 10 minutes for a gaming stream. Thanks for tuning in, or for tuning in later in the future. For all of you who watch this, like, I don't know, 1 month from now, 2 months from now. It was a pleasure doing a debut, even though, I can't say I'm the best at it, but at least I got it done. That's better than stewing on it and never trying. So, see you all in a bit for a gaming stream, and, catch you guys on the flip sides. Whew.